everyone, this is SIMC Voices. This is Anjali.
And this is Varuni. The headlines for today are as follows.
Women in Kondwa, Pune have replicated the revolutionary struggles of Delhi's Shaheen Bagh protesters.
Students from all over Maharashtra stage against the removal of MSc Agriculture from the list of professional courses.
Cheer up, Punekars! Retired Wing Commander Puneet Sharma has taken up a mission to beautify Pune city even more.
The Pad Women of Pune, Violet Sate, is helping the environment by producing eco-friendly sanitary napkins. The women of Kausalbagh, Kondwa have been on a 24-hour sit-in protest against the government's decision to implement CAA. The protest is being called Pune's Shaheen Bagh but has not gotten the same attention from the media as its namesake. Let's go to Nishant Ranjan to know more about this.
The Muslim women of Kondwa have been on a 24-hour sit-in protest for 55 days now. Pune's Shaheen Bagh, despite violence in different parts of the country and government's refusal to engage, remains committed to its cause.
As protests against CAA and NRC flared across the nation, people in Pune joined hands for the same. Here we are at the 55th day of the Kondwa protest, wherein Islamic women have been protesting since January 10th. Let's talk to them and find out more about this year.
ये चीज जो हमारा धरना शुरू हुआ, दिल्ली का शाहीन बाग हो, कोंडवा के शाहीन बाग हो, इसकी आवाज सरकार तक पहुंच चुकी है और कहीं ना कहीं वो घबरा गई।
और भाई हम लोग 55 डेज से बैठे यहाँ पर एक चिंगारी भी नहीं लगी, लेकिन 2 दिन इसी भड़कावे से और हम ये भी यकीन रखते कि जो दिल्ली में हुआ है वो दिल्ली के हमारे हिंदू भाई नहीं थे। हम लोग ने ये भी अच्छा गुमान रखा क्योंकि उसके बाद भी हमारे पास बहुत सी मोहब्बतें आई है।
We should not have different rules and we again and again the youth, the nation is not on the roads again and again, and we also don't like when the roads get blocked and the roads get jammed, and we will have trouble, but we don't have any other option rather than to sit on forward and yes, we have a
All of these women have come out outrightly to protest against the CAA and NRC Act, and they are all determined and hopeful even on the 55th day of the protest. The entire nation is hopeful, so are they. Reporting from Kondwa with camera person Manaswini Tripathi and Manya Saini is Nishant Ranjan with SIMC Voices.
To throw some more light on the issue, Shraddha and Nabodita will now be giving further insights from various protest sites across the city.
Recently, thousands of protesters from Moimpura assembled at Azam University for a mass gathering against the Citizenship Amendment Act. Mohammad Saif, organizer of protest, expressed his dismay while speaking to Voices.
This was just a political propaganda by BJP to undress Muslim community across India. It was a time when Muslim community was ready to protest for asking for reservations. Asking for reservation in government jobs, education, etc. But this propaganda has taken them much behind, and now all of us got busy in this.
Moreover, he was also questioned by the authorities.
I just posted a photo and requested my Hindu friends to speak out and condemn the violence. So people took it in other ways, and they accused me that I am planning to organize a violence or have a violence in all the parts of India, which was not the thing. People from agencies, central agencies, they approached me informally, had a basic...
Despite being advised for removal of post, SAF stands by it while agitations against CAA still continue.
मेरा नाम नसीम अहमद है। मेरे ससुराल से फ़ोन आया करीब 2 बजे करीब। मेरे ससुराल सारे लोग अंदर थे। 12 बजे करीब वहाँ पथराव चालू हुआ। लोगों ने वहाँ पे पथराव जैसे चालू करा।
को क्या लगता है कि सरकार मदद कर रही है, नहीं कर रही?
सरकार अगर मदद करती तो ये दंगे ही नहीं होते। सरकार ने अपना रोल निभाया ही। पुलिस घंटों खड़ी वहाँ देखती रही, दंगों पे कोई असर नहीं करा, कुछ भी नहीं करा।
तो जैसे भी चल रहा है उसके हिसाब से आपको क्या लगता है आगे फ्यूचर में कैसा माहौल रहेगा?
माहौल का तो कुछ पता नहीं, डर तो दिमाग में लोगों को बैठा हुआ है। काफ़ी लोग डर के मारे वहाँ वापसी जा ही नहीं रहे हैं। दिन में जाते हैं और शाम को अपने वापसी उसी कैंप के अंदर आ भी जाते हैं। डर बहुत ज़्यादा है।
Mr. Mohan Singh, ASI, Crime Branch, telling us the other side of the violent story.
हेलो।
हाँ जी बताइए।
हाँ जी। से वहाँ पे दंगे शुरू क्यों हुए?
ये जहाँ तक मुझे लग रहा है ये पहले से प्लान था ये किसी कुछ।
अच्छा, तो फिर भी जो भी दंगे हुए वो रुके नहीं 2 दिन तक, तो
जी
उसका क्या रीजन लगता है? क्योंकि पुलिस तो
जी
पोस्टेड थी लेकिन पुलिस
नहीं
दंगे नहीं रोक, मतलब दंगे नहीं रुके लेकिन।
ऐसा है, पुलिस का तो पूरा सपोर्ट रहा है उसमें। देखिए आप, चोटें भी लगी हैं पुलिस में। एक डीसीपी शर्मा जी करके थे, उनको देखिए ब्रेन इंजरी हुई थी। तो पुलिस ने पूरा सपोर्ट किया है, काफी लोगों को निकाला है। अभी बीच में एक निकाला है, दंगे के बीच में फंसे हुए थे मेरे ख्याल से। उसमें 110 या 115 फैमिलीज वगैरह थी,
हाँ जी।
उनको उन्होंने उस माहौल से निकाला है। तो काफी वो किया पुलिस ने, ऐसा नहीं कह सकते हम कि पुलिस ने कोई एक्शन नहीं
दंगे
किया।
हुए, दंगों में दुकानें जलाई गई, लोग के घर जलाए गए, लेकिन अभी तक ऐसा कुछ पता नहीं चला कि मतलब जिन्होंने दंगे किए, जो पथराव हुआ,
जी
उनके
जी
बारे में कोई अभी भी इंफॉर्मेशन ना मीडिया के पास है।
नहीं देखिए उसमें अभी जो हमारे एनएसए के सुरक्षा सलाहकार रहे हैं जी डोभाल जी, उन्होंने वहाँ पे आके ग्राउंड लेवल पे गए हैं। वो घर घर जाके उन्होंने समझाया है लोगों को। और उसमें दिल्ली पुलिस की कई टीमें, क्राइम ब्रांच की टीमें वहाँ पे क्रेडिट कर दी गई हैं, जिनको ये दिया गया है कि आप जितने भी दंगाई हैं इनको आप क्या नाम है चिन्हित कीजिएगा। नहीं है
तो जितने लोगों को चोटें लगी हैं या जितने लोगों ने अपनी जान गंवाई है, वो सबको, उन सबको हॉस्पिटल में भर्ती किया गया है। उनके इलाज का खर्चा या
जी
वो
जी जी जिनके ई रिक्शा वगैरह जल गए हैं उनको कुछ में क्या, उन्होंने कुछ अपना दिया हुआ है। उनको कुछ कैटेगरी रखी है उन्होंने कि 50,000 रुपए जिनके रिक्शा वगैरह पूरी तरह से जल गए हैं उनके लिए दिया है गवर्नमेंट ने। और जिनके घर जल गए उनके लिए भी कोई राशि उन्होंने अनाउंस की है।
हाँ
तो
जी।
गवर्नमेंट भी थोड़ा ध्यान दे रही है इसके लिए।
जी
जी जी।
Talking about other protests going across the state, wherein 200 agriculture students from all across Maharashtra have been protesting 24/7 in the premise of Maharashtra Council of Agriculture, Education and Research since several days against the removal of MSc Agriculture from its list of professional courses. Our correspondent Anjali Jain will give us further insights on this issue from the site.
We've now reached the Maharashtra Council for Agricultural Education and Research, where students have been protesting for the last 6 days continuously. Let's take a look at what the situation on ground is. We're now at the place of protest where students have gathered to shout slogans against the government for arbitrarily removing MSc Agriculture from the list of professional courses. These students have been camping here for the last 4 days, cooking food in a makeshift kitchen and sleeping on the banners used for the protest.
शिक्षण आमच्या हक्काचं नाही, कुणाच्या बापाचं. अरे शिक्षणाला व्यावसायिक दर्जा, शिक्षणाला व्यावसायिक दर्जा.
ये जो आपका कोर्स प्रोफेशनल कोर्सेज की लिस्ट से हटा दिया गया है, इससे आपको क्या दिक्कतें आएंगी?
मैडम आप देखिए, जो 70% जो स्टूडेंट रहते हैं एग्रीकल्चर में आने हुए, वो फार्मर्स फैमिली से बिलोंग करते हैं। इसकी वजह से हमारा कोर्स 2019 में प्रोफेशनल लिस्ट नॉन प्रोफेशनल लिस्ट में चला गया। उसकी वजह से जो स्कॉलरशिप मिल रही थी हमारे बच्चों को एग्रीकल्चर वाले पूरी बंद हुई। इसकी वजह से जो हमारे एग्रीकल्चर बैकग्राउंड के जो पूरे स्टूडेंट थे वो इकोनॉमिकली प्रेशर के नीचे आ गए और स्टूडेंट यहाँ पे जो एजुकेशन ड्रॉप आउट करने के लिए भी तैयार हो गए।
तो अगर गवर्नमेंट आपके हित में नहीं देती है वर्डिक्ट, तो आपका नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या होने वाला है?
हमारी नेक्स्ट स्टेप अगर हम अन्न त्याग आंदोलन भी कर सकते हैं।
As you can see, these students are even willing to go on hunger strike to have their demands met. Let's see what the verdict for tomorrow holds for them. This is Anjali Jain with camera person Avni Pai reporting from SIMC Voices.
The Sush-Pashan Link Road is one of the busiest roads in Pune. Being the only road that connects Sus with city, this road has come under the attention of the authorities with the aim of it being widened. The locals here welcome this approach by the authorities.
छोटा रोड है ना, इसकी वजह से बहुत भीड़ होती है। अभी वो बड़ा हो गया ना, तो रोड का ट्रैफिक भी थोड़ा लेवल है नहीं। आगे तो रोड बड़ा है, इधर का होता है ना, तो रोड का ट्रैफिक कम होगा। और ये छोटे रोड की वजह से ना, कैफे के सामने बहुत बार एक्सीडेंट हो चुके हैं।
However, in contrast to this, the Deputy Sarpanch of Sus Gram Panchayat, Aniket Chandare, had something else to say.
जो लोकल जनता है, लोग हैं, उनको मालूम नहीं कि क्यों रोड बना रहे। उनको लग रहा है कि हमारे लिए रोड बन रहा है, पर वो रोड तो खाली है ना क्या, वो IT पार्क में जो ट्रैफिक होता है हिंजौड़ी का, वो यहाँ से निकल के लेने के लिए मतलब रोड बन रहा है.
Chandere also commented about the stream that flows nearby.
नाले को तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि नेचुरल सोर्स है, वो कैसे बंद कर सकते हैं ना.
The Suspashan Link Road connects Symbiosis University to Pune city. Currently, local authorities are working extensively at widening the road in order to prevent excessive traffic that is commonly seen. However, it remains to be seen how the issue of flooding is addressed during the months of monsoon. This is Ayush Kataria with Krishna Kakani and Rituban Mishra for SIMC Voices.
This is FC Road, home to many crowd-pulling establishments like Hotel Vaishali and Rupali, and a major hotspot for vehicular and pedestrian traffic. To protect these pedestrians, PMC, under its Smart City initiative, is undertaking a project to widen footpaths.
I'm here on FC Road. The footpath widening process is already underway, as you can see with the gravel around us. But a question that lots of people have when it comes to the footpath widening is, how will it affect traffic on an already congested road?
To answer these concerns, we spoke to an officer of the Deccan Traffic Department about the impact wider footpaths will have on road traffic.
But according to the officer I spoke to, who doesn't wish to be named, the footpath widening project has not had any effect on the area of the road, which remains a 3-lane carriageway.
If the road area isn't being affected, what is causing congestion on FC Road? The answer could be the lack of adherence to and poor enforcement of traffic rules. For example, a halting bay has been constructed outside Hotel Vaishali for cars to drop off customers without stopping on the main road. But motorists are misusing the bay, parking in it and halting in the middle of the road. The PMC has to balance the twin goals of smooth flow of traffic and ensuring the security of pedestrians. But the refusal of motorists to abide by traffic laws and the lack of police presence to enforce these laws have made it an uphill battle. This is Siddharth with camera person Alex, SIMC Voices.
Will the coronavirus outbreak that has already infected and killed thousands of people impact the already degrading Indian economy? The import and export of goods and services between India and China would be one of the major domains affected by the virus outbreak. As India imports 80% of mobile parts from China, 80 to 85% of APIs and active ingredient to make medicines, 68% of metal ores and 31% of materials used for buildings from China. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman met with industrial leaders and ensured that actions have been taken to minimize the impact on the Indian economy.
However, all of them very clearly did say that if the problem doesn't get redressed in, let us say, the next 2-3 weeks, issues then would stand up as a very big challenge.
We have Ashish Kulkarni with us, who is an economics professor at Gokhale Institute of Politics and Economics.
Steps along the line of fiscal and monetary policy. But there is a bit of an academic debate going on the world over about effective steps that you should take in terms of monetary policy. This is a lowering of the interest rate, but it's a very tricky thing to do. Lowered or not, to what extent, for how long, are very tricky questions to answer. In terms of the fiscal impact, maybe something on the taxation side.
Tourism, pharmaceutical and aviation industries would be mostly affected by the virus. The third quarter GDP report doesn't show the impact of the virus upon the economy, but the fourth quarter would surely be affected. This is Sanjukta Mandal with Netra for SIMC Voices.
Plastic has been one of the major components of environmental pollution. To tackle this problem, people have started using biodegradable products, and break-free sanitary napkins is one such venture.
We know that plastic is a hindrance to the environment, and each sanitary pad in the market out there has 90% plastic. It takes about 500 to 800 years to reclaim. I wanted to come up with a product that was helpful for the environment, helpful to women and things like that. So what I thought about was organic and biodegradable sanitary napkins.
So with Break Free, our product is made of bamboo and corn fiber, because the plastic blocks the airflow, and because it gets into the bloodstream of women, and especially because a woman is using these pads for so many years and almost on every month uses it at least for 3 to 5 days, these chemicals keep getting into the system.
And because they get into the system, there are multiple things that happen which they don't realize that it's because of their sanitary napkins. Firstly, the simple thing like rashes, irritation that happens to almost every other woman out there. These are caused by the plastic and the chemicals. Secondly, it leads to cancer. Biodegradable pads and break-free pads take about 4 to 6 months to degrade, and they would completely disintegrate into the earth.
Break-free products is one of the many startups in Pune which works towards creating a sustainable environment. Creating awareness about such biodegradable products is taking a step further to being kinder to the environment. With camera person Snigdha Nalini, Rujita Thete, SIMC Voices.
This is a cleanup happening in the Kharki area of Pune city. Inspired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's campaign, Wing Commander Puneet Sharma started Swachh Pune Swachh Bharat initiative.
Today we are here in Kharki near Mula Mutha River, and for the campaign Swachh Pune Swachh Bharat. The activities that they conduct include environmental cleanup and beautifications, and they conduct these activities every Sunday all over the city for the past 5 years.
They have conducted various cleanup activities with support from corporate organizations and Pune Municipal Corporation.
And from 19th October 2014, we formed a page called Swachh Pune Swachh Bharat on Facebook. And all the activities which we undertook, the pictures of before and after, those photographs were posted on the page. Slowly and steadily, it became viral in social media. And many CSR initiatives started showing interest in our activities, and they came in. The whole intention of starting this movement was also to bring youngsters to take leadership role, and I have been successful in that. There are many my team members, core team members, those who have taken initiatives in different pockets of Pune today.
We have people who are working towards it. We have people from PMC, we have people from other Poonawala. But as Puneet said, only 2 or 3 people are not going to make a difference.
Puneet and his team of 20 members are working to maintain cleanliness in and around the campuses of Pune.
We are the SWAT team of Kharki, Swachh Pune, Swachh Bharat.
Currently, we are at a horse exhibition organized by the Indigenous Horse Owners Association. 125 participating horses that have enrolled themselves in 6 different categories and have come from states such as Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and many others. This association comprises of 100 breeders of Marwari horses who aim to raise awareness regarding this particular Indian horse breed.
We just want to promote the breed, the indigenous breed of India, which is Marwari. And actually this breed, the base of this breed is of Rajasthan. But we wanted to promote this in Maharashtra also. And we are luckily we are happy that in just short span we have almost reached to national level.
Here's Keshav Joshi shedding a little more light on the proceedings of the exhibition.
Thought today was horses that are milk teeth horses, which are younger horses. So typically between the ages of 12 months to 28 months. What's going to happen tomorrow and at the end of today is today in the afternoon you'll have horses that are 2 teeth, which are 28 months to 36 months, the fillies.
At the end of the exhibition, Bablu Tanwar's horse Raj Lakshmi was the star of the show, winning for the 5th time in a row. Owners Association has claimed that the number of these horses, which is this particular breed called the Marwari horse, has increased exponentially owing to this particular exhibition. This exhibition not only provides these horses the nutrition that they deserve, but also the dignity that was lost of this war horse.
Moving on, bringing life back and adding more colors to Pune city, PMC has decided to turn the famed FC Road stretch into an art plaza. Sai Kirti will now be speaking to artists and officials associated with this.
The crowded footpaths of Ferguson College Road are going to be turned into an art plaza as part of Pune Municipal Corporation's new project. The PMC has already initiated the beautification process and have constructed pergolas and installed a few pieces of artwork. We visited PMC to inquire more about the proposal, and here is what we found out.
बाद में जंक्शन से मेन से बोलते हैं जैसे गुडलक चौक एक है, वहाँ पे 2 आइलैंड बन रहे हैं अभी। एक जो एग्जिस्टिंग आइलैंड है वो एक है, और उसके अपोजिट साइड जो गुडलक कैफ़े है वहाँ पे भी एक आइलैंड फॉर्म हो रहा है अभी। हमने जो ट्रैफिक प्लानिंग के हिसाब से जो आइलैंड बनाया हुआ है, तो वहाँ पे जो इधर का जो आइलैंड है गुडलक साइड वाला, वहाँ पे कलाकार इकट्ठा करने की हम लोग सोच रहे थे। वहाँ ये ललित महल चौक और एग्रीकल्चर कॉलेज चौक के बीच में डिवाइडर है। तो अभी क्या है कि यहाँ पे कंटिन्यूस पुलिस ग्राउंड होने के कारण यहाँ पे पार्किंग अलाउड नहीं है, पूरे रास्ते में पार्किंग नहीं है। तो हमको एटलीस्ट 6 मीटर वाइड फुटपाथ मिल रहा है वहाँ पे। तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं, उसमें से 2.4 मीटर जो है वो क्लियर वॉकवे रहेगा, उधर मतलब कोई हर्डल्स नहीं आएंगे। लेकिन जो बचा हुआ पोर्शन है वहाँ पे छोटे बच्चों के लिए इक्विपमेंट्स वगैरह इस टाइप का प्लानिंग कर रहे हैं कि वो चिल्ड्रेंस प्लाजा करके एक हो सकता है, और वहाँ पे फिर चिल्ड्रेंस के लिए इंफॉर्मेटिव कुछ साइनेजेस बोर्ड्स वगैरह एट्सेट्रा की वो थोड़ा सा उनके लिए सिर्फ वहाँ पे एक्टिविटी ही नहीं, मतलब सिर्फ खेलकूद के साथ साथ थोड़ा सा इंफॉर्मेशन शेयरिंग रिगार्डिंग ऐसे कुछ होना चाहिए। और वहाँ पे अंदर ही ट्रैफिक प्लाजा एक बन रहा है पुलिस वालों का, एग्जीबिशन सेंटर वगैरह, तो वो कनेक्टिविटी हो जाएगा। और जब यहाँ पे लोग आएंगे तो थोड़ा फुटपाथ पे भी चल के थोड़ा सा ये एक्सप्लोर हो सकते हैं, जैसे ITI रोड में अभी किया है।
Let's hear the opinions of the student community.
I feel that the idea of making FC Road into an art plaza, I think it's very nice. Like you see that in news that now so many protests and all are taking place in colleges. But just contrary to this, the FC Road, like the road outside Ferguson, will be turned into an art plaza. So I think this is very innovative and something different, and it would lead to a positive atmosphere within students.
The Ferguson College Road, as we see today, will be revamped, and PMC aims to use the space to add to the culture and heritage of the city.
Pune is an amalgamation of different cultures, and its architecture quite proves it. Today we'll take you to the places which makes it more evident.
Vishram Bagwada is located in central Pune. It was the luxurious residence of Peshwa Bajirao II, the last Peshwa, and was built in 1811. The Wada is famous for its intricate carved woodwork.
1808 में पेशवा यहाँ पर रहने के लिए आए। ये जो सेकंड बाजीराव पेशवा है, सेकंड मीन्स लास्ट, तो यहाँ पर वो रहने के लिए आए। यहाँ पर आने के बाद उन्होंने क्या किया, इस बगीचे का जो माली था उस माली को उन्होंने बुलवाए और बोले मैं तुझे बख्शिश देना चाहता हूँ, बोले ये बाग बहुत सुंदर रखता, बोले तेरी वजह से मैं यहाँ घूमने आता हूँ, बोले और तेरी वजह से जगह खरीदी, ये बाड़ा बनवाया, ये सब तेरी वजह से हुआ, बोले तो तू जो मांगेगा वो मैं तुझे बख्शिश दूंगा। बोले तो बोले पेशवा बोले मुझे बख्शिश वगैरह कुछ नहीं चाहिए, बोले आपने जो बाड़ा बनवाया बोले इसे मेरा नाम दीजिए। बोले तो उसका नाम था विश्राम, वो था बगीचे का माली, इसलिए इस बाड़े का नाम विश्राम बागवाड़ा ऐसा रखा गया।
Next, Pune is Nauroji Wadia College of Arts and Science. It was built in 1932 with the establishment of Modern Education Society. It was started with the initial student count of just 250 students. The buildings are of heavy stones which were prominent in the British era. Next is Ohel David Synagogue, also known as the Tabernacle of David, built in 1863. It has ably served the Baghdadi Jewish population of Pune. The construction was funded by David Sassoon, who also funded the Sassoon Hospital in Pune.
This is Ohel David Synagogue, which was built in the 1863. Behind me lies the chair of Prophet Isaac, and the upper portion was reserved for the women in the 19th century, while now the women sit on the right and the men sit on the left.
With this, we come to an end of the news brief of SIMC Voices 2020.